Okay, Rito, here we see your swing. The first swing today was on the right-hand side. Let's have a little look here what was happening. And basically, we were doing a lot of more focusing on the body motion. You can see here in the back, in your follow-through, you were finishing very much onto your back foot. Club was going back in. Not a bad little backswing going on here, and a nice little coil into your left side. And the legs maybe sitting down a little bit too much knee flex. And we talked about how your head turns a little bit. And maybe allows your shoulders to swivel and turn a little bit too much. But then when you come back, we talked a lot about in your swing how you start the downswing, what the initial move is for the downswing. And the initial move is for the downswing is really for good players and trying to get a sense of pulling down with the body. You're going to really have to do it with the switch her over to the left hand side with the lower body, like almost when you're pitching a baseball, you pitch it. The lower body would move towards the target first, and you can see that when you get to the top of her backswing. And I've just chosen her because it's quite a dynamic move. You can see here, this is the head of the club, and you can see how the hip, her right hip, starts to move forward, and the club is actually still in the circle. You see that? So you can still see that the swing doesn't really start with the club. Watch how her right hip starts to fire and squeeze down onto the ground. Onto that, she applies pressure onto her right foot, and the club really doesn't move much at all. And with yours, we found that the first move of the downswing was really the club and the arms. See that, and the hip really hasn't done anything. You haven't moved forward on top of the ball. It's really the arms that are swinging down, and really all you're trying to do is to get yourself out of your own way, and your weight would be on the back foot there. And so after a few drills and a few exercises, let's just clear all those lines off there, put you back to left-hander. After a few drills and a few exercises, and primarily the way I'd like to see you do that is just break it down into 3 little pieces here, where you go kind of back, stop, forward with the body 2 without bringing the club down quite so far, and then 3, let the club swing through. Keep doing it in that slow motion pace. So we go 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. So 1 is you're winding up. 2 is you're getting your weight to move on the right foot without unturning, without releasing any of that kinetic power. And then 3, the club follows. And then you start to speed that motion up and blend those 3 motions in. You see that? That was really nice there. Once that gets to happen, we can start to put a ball in there. Let's just see if we can take these swings back to the same speeds. Let's have a little look. You start to wind up. A little less knee flex and a lot more athletic looking in your address position also, sorry. So, right. Start to wind up nicely. A lot tighter look in the left-hand side, isn't there? Much tighter looking turn there. Not quite so armsy lifting to the top, and that shortened your backswing a little bit. And now look where your lower body starts to pull forward. And that difference on the left-hand side compared to the one on the right, where it's really no dynamics pulling the levers down. I mean, yeah, you can say you've overdone it a little bit, but I'd rather see you overdo it a little bit than not enough. But you can start to see now your impact position compared to the one on the right hand side, your impact position here. So you can see your weight's far more forward, your head has stayed nicely back, and look where the club is leaning down. This is going to allow you to compress it and get a lot better spin on the ball. And then releases through up onto your right side, and the old one you kind of move back onto your left side. So there's 2 completely different swings, and for our first lesson together, I think we've really done a lot of things here. So I want you to go away and work on those drills. 1, 2, 3. 1. Now the 2 part is where this part starts to move that way while this stays still. Don't let that head move forward quite so much as you do the 2 part. Better, better. And then you can release the 3 parts. So, you know, and I don't want anybody to stand on a golf course thinking the golf swing is comprised of 3 movements. But we have to break it down for you and then blend it back together again.
Should I end up in that position with the hand, or it goes automatically fall forward?
No, well, that's a good question. Right, now as your left shoulder starts to come through, you know, well, the club should have released a little bit more by now, but you know, at this speed and there's no momentum in it, it's difficult to get it to release. But you know, that shoulder, as it passes the chin here, it's going to pick the chin up and just carry on through.
Okay, fine.
And what I mean by that is, and he swings through now. You see the lower body start, the hips start to fire forward, the head stays back, and watch that left shoulder pick the chin up.
Beautiful hit.
That'll be you in 2 weeks. All right, mate. Good job.